The phenomenon of Thanksgiving, the table where gratitude gathers, a reflection on the chemistry of warmth, the patience of preparation, and the sacred science of the shared meal. The meaning of gathering. Every season has its altar, and for autumn, it is the table. We draw near not only to eat, but to remember that gratitude is not an emotion but an act. Long before recipes were written, the first settlers and native peoples sat before a single harvest, realizing survival was never solitary. Thanksgiving was born from that shared acknowledgement that life continues through care. Today, we echo that ritual not out of habit, but to remind ourselves we still depend on the same grace that seasons once gave freely: the earth, the fire, and the patience to feed one another well. The table is a circle. In every kitchen, there is a circle of bowls, hands, breath, and fire. It is where stories simmer before food does, where someone hums as they stir, and another reaches for the salt without asking. It is communion without ceremony, a thanksgiving not spoken but cooked. We do not build altars anymore, we build tables. And the table remembers. The quiet science of thanks. Preparing the Thanksgiving meal is an act of rhythm, not speed. The thawing of a frozen turkey is the first lesson in patience: 24 hours of rest in the refrigerator for every 4 to 5 pounds. Rushing the process tears the fibers and dulls the tenderness. Waiting restores the bird's natural moisture, teaching us that warmth must come slowly, as it does in forgiveness. Once thawed, the cleaning begins, a gentle wash with a soda or salt rub, not to polish, but to purify. Sodium loosens surface bacteria and neutralizes acidity, leaving behind the faint minerality of the sea, the Earth's oldest cleansing agent. Then comes the brine, a mixture of salt, sugar, and water that becomes both preservation and transformation. Salt draws moisture outward, then back in again, carrying sweetness with it, an exchange that mirrors how love and gratitude season each other. The bird rests submerged for 24 hours, absorbing equilibrium. Science calls it osmosis, we call it grace. Before baking, the turkey is rinsed, patted dry, and dressed in butter, beneath and above the skin. The fats soften connective tissue and encourage even browning through the Maillard reaction, when amino acids and sugars unite to create flavor and color. It's chemistry, yes, but also ceremony. Each brush of butter is a gesture of care, a small benediction of light before the oven's fire. The chemistry of nourishment, the thaw. Slow thawing keeps cellular walls intact. Rapid defrosting causes water loss, producing dry, uneven texture. The cleanse. Salt or mild soda solutions raise surface pH, making bacteria less likely to survive while enhancing flavor clarity. The brine. When meat is submerged in a salt sugar bath, Salt ions disrupt muscle fibers just enough to let water re-enter, locking in juiciness. Sugar balances sodium's harshness and aids in caramelization later in the oven. The dressing caution. Stuffing the bird before cooking traps raw juices that may not reach safe internal temperatures, 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Instead, bake dressing separately to protect guests and preserve the bird's moisture. The browning. Butter introduces both water and milk solids. When heat meets sugar and protein, they fuse into the deep amber crust we call golden brown. It's edible alchemy, where science and flavor shake hands. For the hands that stir. Bless the hands that thaw, season, and wait. Bless the hearts that gather and forgive. Bless the science that humbles us, for it reminds us that every chemical reaction is also a kind of prayer. In the quiet after the meal, may you hear it still, the sound of gratitude rising from within the body like warmth. The table speaks back. When the meal is served, the room hums with more than sound. Steam curls from bowls like incense, laughter drifts between candlelight, and gratitude fills the air unseen, measurable only by the heart's quiet ease. Each guest, by eating, becomes part of the same equation: energy received, shared, renewed. The turkey is not just food, it is a message that patience nourishes, and science, when done with love, becomes thanksgiving. For all seasons, from our candle to yours, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and joyful celebrations to all who gather in their own way. May your tables be full, your hearts light, and your homes bright with peace. To every kind soul who visits our table, reads our stories, or listens to the quiet between the words, thank you for supporting. Red Cardinal Kitchen, your presence keeps our candle lit, our kitchen warm, and our breathline alive. Every view, every word, every moment you share here helps us keep creating light together. Red Cardinal Kitchen, Sonia, all genre writing, where science, story, and spirit share one breathline, and every form becomes a way to listen to life.